Hi, Deborah Roth here, back again at Spirited Musings to share with you some insight, some ideas, even some yoga poses maybe, around the full moon in Aries that occurs tomorrow, Friday, October 18th. Also happens to be my husband's birthday. I told him it's a very auspicious day, not only because of his birthday. The sun is in Libra, so we'll continue a little bit of our conversation as we did with the new moon in Libra at the beginning of the month around relationships, and but really, oh my gosh, bring in this fiery energy that Aries represents. On top of that, on top of this fiery relationship, or Libra is the classic sign for balance. Scales, the scales, which is where the sun is right now. Scales are the glyph or the symbol for Libra. And on top of all that, it is a lunar eclipse. It's our last lunar eclipse of the year. And lunar eclipses are times when we go even deeper. They're one of the most intense transits, intense astrological things that can happen, and that we can feel their effects literally, and usually they come in cycles. You can read more about the astrology of it all other places online, but they usually go through cycles, and we can feel the effects of eclipses from 6 months to 2 years. So whatever work we do on this wonderful uh, Aries Libra full moon really will be even intensified. Now, the theme that I kind of came up with, and you see a perfect example of it in the image that I found for the full moon telemeditations that I do. I'll be doing one tomorrow. If you look at my Facebook page, Spirited Living with Deborah Roth, there's this great image that I found of this fiery orangey red moon with a silhouette of someone doing a wonderful yoga balance pose. I can't remember what it is now, but I think it might be, I can't remember. But and I really wanted that because it brings in this notion of fiery balance, of combining. Aries is full steam ahead. It's the warrior. It's me first. It's the quintessential, dynamic, taking all of our energy and really focusing it in a really singular direction, as opposed to Libra. And full moon is always the time when the sun and the moon are in opposite signs. So with the sun in Libra, moon in Aries, it's this polarity of self and other, of me and we, of masculine and feminine, of really finding the balance between being an individual, the Aries part of ourselves, and being in collaboration and partnership with other people. And if you combine all of that, it's a time to take really powerful action, to feel confident and confidence and balance in our emotional selves, and in that softer relating part of ourselves that Libra represents. So on top of all that, Mercury goes retrograde on Monday, which can add to the intensity of this eclipse and this particular full moon. But what I wanted to share with you, there's so many directions we can go. When I did our Spirited Musings snippet at the beginning of the month for the new moon in Libra, we talked about looking at your relationship with other people. With this full moon, I'd love for you to go deep and think about how you relate to yourself. And you could pick a person, take a look at that other video from the Libra new moon. But it's a time for emotional declarations, for really stating what you need in a relationship. Last year on this full moon, I talked about letting go of things that aren't working. So what I'm going to leave you with the notion of dynamic balance, dynamic Aries, balance being Libra, by suggesting some yoga poses. You can use a chair, definitely. I've never done this on video before, so we'll see how it works. And one way to do that, hoping you can still hear me, is to do tree pose, which is where you balance on one leg. I don't know how well you can see that, but I'm balancing on one leg. First one side, then the other side. And then another one is, and this is really, talk about a dynamic balance, grab your toe, or you can keep your leg bent, arm goes back, and you balance yourself. And as I said, hang on to a chair, but it's a way to embody that whole idea of dynamic balance within yourself. So have fun with it and let me know what you do to really embrace this notion of dynamic balance. Bye for now.